you directly, Pastor Paul Enenche. There. Why are you reporting their channels to YouTube? Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. And to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe. And after that, click the bell sign. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to be letting you guys know what's been going on. Paul Enenche, who is a pastor in Nigeria, has been going about YouTube and trying to shut down YouTube channels, reporting YouTube channels to YouTube. Basically, he does not want people to talk about him. Basically, that's what it is. A lot of you will know Freeze. He has attacked Freeze's channel, and he's attacked one of the channels of one of our sisters, as Prayer Warrior Bootcamp. That's what her channel is called. He has reported them on YouTube, basically for talking about him on their channel. There are a lot of channels on YouTube that have addressed a lot of pastors and, you know, featured them on their channels or discussed whatever. There are a lot of American pastors, a lot of pastors worldwide. If you go on YouTube and look at, you know, a lot of videos that are about exposing false prophets and how to detect false prophets, false teachings or whatever, millions of them on YouTube, and it will show clips from this pastor's preaching and addressing these things, and of all of them, Paul Enenche is the one that decided to go the extra mile of going onto YouTube to report these channels, to try to shut down these channels. The question is why? Why do you want to shut people down? Why do you want to do that? What do you have to hide, Paul Enenche? You know, what do you have to hide? For those of you that did not know, this whole thing started when Paul Enenche, who is a Nigerian pastor, he went and built the biggest church building in the world, and 100,000 capacity, in the country with the poorest people in the world. And this guy called Freeze made a video and, you know, made a video asking him, why building a church when there's so much poverty in the country? Why didn't you build a factory? You know, it's a simple question. If you don't want to answer, don't answer. If you have an answer, you can give an answer and say, yeah, I built it because God told me to, if that's what he's going to claim. Whatever your story is, come out and say this is the reason why you built it. You could have done that, or you could have just ignored him. But he didn't ignore. He went to his big dome and blasted this guy for questioning him, and he called him all sorts. Like, he used some very bad words that a man of God should not be using to describe this guy. Like, of all of them, he said he's only useful for census purposes. Like, all these things he said about they have not achieved anything and will never achieve anything, will be remembered for nothing. That's a lot of curse, because you're wishing negativity on somebody else. A lot of these things he said, you know, showed so much of who Paul Enenche is. And a lot of people were like, yeah, it was the spur of the moment thing. He just got angry and said it. Let me tell you about these things. He's not just getting angry and saying it. He had enough time. He had enough time. If he was angry a few days before, and on that day he arrived in church, he had enough time to have cooled off. But he didn't cool off. He came there and he displayed this character. He said some of these cruel things that shouldn't be coming from a man of God. But some people were like, yeah, you know, maybe he was just angry, you know, blah, blah, blah. This thing happened maybe a month or two ago, right? And now, he is going about YouTube channels, trying to shut YouTube channels down. What does that tell you about this man? Why does he want to shut people up? Why does he want to shut people up? Think about it. In history, when a lot of church leaders tried to prevent people from knowing the truth, what they always did was try to shut people up. That's what they did. Like, even there was a time people were not allowed to have a copy of their own Bibles, because this so-called men of God of those times didn't want anybody to read and know God for themselves. That's what it was. You know, and this is what is happening. People are talking about you on their channel, and they are saying things that they believe are not biblical that you are doing, and you want to shut their channels down. You want to shut their channels down. Why? If you are convinced that what you're doing is biblical, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Why are you attacking these channels? Because they show the videos of you. You're supposed to be a man of God, an evangelist. And then, what is the work of an evangelist? To spread the word. You know, to spread the word. Whatever you say, you want the world to hear it, right? Now, your video that you made from the pulpit, From the pulpit that's supposed to be an altar of God, people are spreading these videos and you are attacking them. You know why you are attacking them? Because you know that there is no evangelism in what you're doing. Because you know that you know that your video does not contain the word of God. They are sharing your videos for the world to see. Why are you attacking them? If truly you're a man of God that is trying to spread the word of God, you should be happy they are helping you spread it even further. Why are you attacking them? Because you know people, when people say all these things, those people that are going to defend him will still defend him. The thing is this: when somebody is making a video and they play your own video, they are playing it because they don't want to misquote you. They are giving you a fair hearing, if I can use that word. They want people to hear you and hear what they have to say, and people can decide. So there's no point in people coming and trying to quote you. They may quote you wrong. So why should you have an issue with that? Why should you have an issue with that so-called man of God? I'm actually addressing this video to this pastor because it's becoming more and more obvious that they watch what we do on YouTube. So let me address this to you directly. Pastor Paul Enenche, Dede, why are you reporting their channels to YouTube? Why are you trying to shut their channels down? What are you trying to hide? What have they done to you that is more than what was done to Jesus? Jesus was nailed on the cross. He was mocked and everything was done to him. And on the cross he was dying. And what did he say? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But what are you doing, Pastor Paul Enenche? What are you doing? I'm addressing this to you now because obviously you're watching us. Think about it. What time did you have to sit down and start spending the time to report a video on YouTube? Was that the time you were studying the Bible? Or was it the time you were fasting and praying? What time did a so-called man of God have to sit down and plan out to report people's channel for doing what? What are you reporting their channels for? You want to shut them down. You can only try. You can only try. Of all the thousands and thousands of pastors that people have talked about on YouTube, you are the one that had to stoop so low to the extent of reporting people's channels onto YouTube. What does that say about you, Pastor Paul Enenche? So what do you have to hide? You can hide from the people, but you cannot hide it from God. You can't. People have shared my videos on their channel. I haven't gone trying to delete their channels. I have people that have made videos and they used my video on their video that I could have decided to go report them on YouTube as well. I could have done the same. Report them onto YouTube as well so they can get some strikes. I could have done the same. Well, men of God, I don't see Christ in these people. Christ was nailed on the cross and he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But people talk about you and you're trying to shut down their channels. What are you going to gain by doing that? When he acted that way, people were like, no, he was just angry, whatever. What excuse are people going to make now for you? What excuse are people going to make? Oh, that is not his real character. He just got angry. But now people are going to see more and more that is who you are. If somebody makes a video and what they make about you is not correct, you can go make another video and say they were wrong. That's not who I am. That's not what I meant. Defend your topic or whatever you want to. But to not try to shut down their channels. To try to shut down their channels. You can try, but you will fail. You will fail because let me tell you, there is so much corruption that still needs to be exposed. This is a different age where people's eyes are opening. God is opening more eyes every day. And every day God is showing more and more people that you guys are not doing what he has sent you guys to do. You can attack them on YouTube, but get ready because you have to attack them on Facebook. You have to attack them on Instagram, WhatsApp, on their private emails. This message will still spread. You can't stop the message. You cannot stop the message. There is a massive revolution. You can't stop it. You can try, but you will fail because God is raising people to expose so much that's going on. And you cannot stop the hand of God. You can't. Where are you going to hide? There is a movement. Paul Enenche, you can't stop this movement. In this video, Freeze basically was talking about what Paul Enenche said about him after Paul Enenche made this video, insulted him and everything. Freeze then responded to that by making another video, and Freeze then in that video just held on to his phone and showed everybody what Paul Enenche said. And that video where Freeze was holding on to Paul Enenche on his phone is what Paul Enenche went to report. And even the report showed the report that was made onto YouTube. When these people got the receipt of the report, Paul Enenche, his name is there as the one reporting these channels. What does that say to you, people? This man is so petty. Paul Enenche is so petty. Christ-like? I don't think so. What did they even do to you? More than what they did to Christ? And yet Christ was being nailed on the cross. And he said, Father, forgive them. All they did was show your video of you cursing. So you are ashamed of your cursing or what? You know, don't get me wrong. I've made videos. I've talked about freeze, and I don't really like the idea of cursing. I've made videos. I've addressed all these things. I personally do not support cursing, but that does not warrant somebody trying to shut his channel down. Let's be honest. There's a lot of things that Freeze has said that has opened people's eyes. There are some things he says that I always tell people, read your own Bible and know God for yourself. Even when I discuss these things, I still tell people I'm not God. I'm only reading from the Bible. Salvation is personal. So that's another story altogether. But my thing is this. If you're going to talk about Freeze cursing, you cursed as well. You cursed as well. When he was being attacked personally, Jesus prayed to God to forgive them. What did Enenche do? He attacked them. So people see that was the sudden reaction. He was just angry. So now what are you guys going to say about this calculated attempt to shut down channels on YouTube? I bet you he did not realize that his name is going to be displayed on the receipt as the one trying to shut down the channels. Why would you want to shut people down? Because you don't want people to keep exposing what you're doing. We make these videos in the comment section. There's always going to be those that are going to be there to defend the pastors, and some that are going to be like, at the end of the day, everybody is free to watch these videos and make up their minds for themselves. But you want to shut all those voices down. You want to shut all these people down. Why? The question is this. What are you hiding from? You can build the biggest dome in the world, but you know that domes do not move God. Your dome does not move God. At the end of the day, who are you, Pastor Paul or Enenche? Why do you not want your videos to be spread? If you are truly doing the work of God, you should be happy that your videos are being spread far and wide. Isn't that what Jesus said? Go ye into the world and preach the gospel. People are now helping to spread the word that you are preaching. Why are you shutting them down? You know why? Because you know that you're not doing the right thing. If you are truly doing the right thing, you shouldn't be shutting people down. You should be happy that these words that you were saying are being spread. But you know, you can deceive man, but you cannot deceive God. There's this song by Nina Simone, and she's basically, the way I understand it, it was saying, it's basically saying in the song, oh sinner man, where are you going to run to? On that day, where are you going to, some of you should check this song out. Where are you going to run to? It is a song that touches the soul. From the way I understand the song. The way I understand the song is this. When the last day comes, where are you going to hide? In that song, she said, I ran to the river. And the river refused to hide me. I went to hide behind the rock. The rock refused to hide me. On that day, there will be nowhere to hide. I won't be able to hide. And you won't be able to hide, Enenche. Even your dome can't hide you when the time comes. Attack people's channels. All of these things. The question remains, what are you hiding from, Enenche? We may not see it, but God knows. You have shown and shown and shown again that you're out of control. You are out of control. When you made that video where you cursed and cursed and cursed from inside the building, the same dome that you claimed that you have built for God, you stayed in that dome to launch this dome, and you launched that dome with curses. You launched that dome with curses, and many blind people do not understand that you have already set a foundation by cursing on the day you are launching your dome. Since it's obvious, there's so much evidence that you guys watch our channels, you keep an eye on what we're doing. I'm addressing this video to you directly, Pastor Paul Enenche. Of all these pastors that have been addressed and discussed on YouTube, you are the one that is so out of control to the point of trying to shut down their channels. You are the one. What are you hiding from? You can hide it from the people, but you can never hide it from God. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
It's goodbye, friends, and goodbye, folks.